Yeah, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to the channel, Mr. Sly. Yeah, and we are back to regular schedule, regular program. I'm not going to say, Mr. Sly, what do you mean? We're going to get into that today. But before we go into that, something is going on actively in Nigeria. Nigerian men are now avoiding Nigerian women home and abroad. Maybe at home, because you don't have a choice, you are surrounded by them. But abroad, Nigerian men are now running away from Nigerian women. And before we get to that, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. We're close to 1K, taking quite a while. I don't know why, but please do it. Let's see this right here. Now, this post says the rate at which Nigerian women are not being sought after in this country is not surprising. Now, apparently that means it's overseas. It's taking me a long time to convince a guy I met to marry a Nigerian woman. What's this about them that you dislike? He said, I had two experiences with them, one in Texas and one in Virginia. They were too erratic. I said no to sponsoring one for nursing school and she stopped cooking and being intimate with me. I entered it and she called her friends to embarrass me, insulting me in Nigerian languages. Oloshi, nowhere, that kind of stuff. The other one always wanted to use my credit card to buy things without discussing it with me. I forgave her more than 10 times. She said Nigerian men do that. It's part of our culture. I asked other Nigerian men and they confirmed it's not a cultural norm, but Nigerian women are like that. It's not the lifestyle I want. Another one wants me to file for her ex-boyfriend who now needs medical help. I didn't mind paying her way through school as long as she worked and contributed to the household. However, she became unpleasant when I said no to her. Now, this is a lot of the issues that we have with Nigerian women out there. So when men ask me, Mrs. Like, what do you mean by make Nigerian men great again? I said, listen, I'm a man. I can't actually be the one to advise women. What can I tell a woman that she's going to listen to me? I am not a woman. The only thing a woman could do is maybe listen to what I say, look at herself and say, well, indeed, maybe I do some of these things, but I want to change. But then, now she's sabi. Now, this is a breakdown story of the experience of a man with a Nigerian woman. I tell you something, guys. If you live overseas, do not jackpot with your wife. If you live overseas or you live in Nigeria about to go out, do not jackpot with her. And if you live over there and you meet her online or somehow and she's in Nigeria, do not bring her to meet you. But let's read this story. It's quite a long one. Bear with me. It says, Chief, my marriage has worn me out. When I met my wife in Nigeria, we were in the talking stage and I wasn't trying to be quick to show her that I was overseas. When she wasn't responding to my messages like someone who was into me, I focused on another girl who was my neighbor. She was from Moldova. We were going strong and I didn't bother to call or text the Nigerian woman for 5 months. I uploaded a picture of myself in the restaurant with the Moldova lady and then my wife viewed my status. Now the wife in question happens to be the Nigerian woman who apparently then ended up getting married, and you see what happened. She viewed my status I posted and she said, men can be very childish. Just because I was dealing with something is no reason to assume the worst in a person. Anyway, she can't cook you a goosey soup. I read the status and I laughed and told myself, see, gaslighting. Now, in one thing you must understand about women, sometimes they wouldn't come direct to you. They'll be uploading WhatsApp status, all these silly status. Any man who doesn't take me serious can consider me a lost gold, blah, blah, blah. But let's leave that aside. Well, I kept going until after 2 weeks. She texted me with, hey, stranger. I replied, hello. That was the beginning of my end. She said she didn't know I was outside the country and that she was going through hormonal changes and family issues. She cooked up a story that I later discovered was a big lie. Somehow, we started talking more and she would send me her nudes and all that. When she asked me about the girl from Moldova, I wondered why she was asking. She said, I hope you are not double dating, and I said no, that she was just a friend. She then said, I would like you to call me in front of her and say you love me. Guys, listen, this right here is what we call an S test. A woman is trying to put you through a funny test to get you to convince her that you love her. One thing you must understand is this. You are going to do this first test now. You pass it, you do it for her, she's happy. She's going to get to do the second, the third, the fourth, until you get to a test you can't keep up with. But let's keep up with the story. I didn't do it. But as months passed, my younger siblings were saying, marrying a Nigerian is far better. So I got more serious with her, came down to Nigeria, married her, and helped her move to the United States. That's where your problem starts, brother. Now, our daily quarrels revolved around her claiming I cheated on her during our talking stage, to the point where she told me she was going to cheat on me to prove how my actions hurt. Guys, let's look at this last sentence here. Tell me how it makes sense. So now this woman is trying to, because according to her, she believes he slept with the Moldovan lady. I don't know if he did. Shout out to him. But she's saying he slept with a lady while they were still talking stage, not even dating. And because he slept with that lady, she wants to cheat back on him so he can see what it feels like. How does that make any sense? Let's go on to the next part of this full story. We're almost done, sorry. She started earning money, but then didn't help out with anything. She was sending money to Nigeria, buying shoes and bags, acting like I was the only one who should be working and paying bills. I woke her up one Saturday morning to talk about it, and she told me she was tired of my nonsense. She said, if I was not ready to be married, I could go and be with the Moldovan girl. I was shocked. I asked her if cheating back would make it right, and she said yes. A week or so later, she left the house, switched off her phone, and didn't come back till midnight. I was worried, and when she finally returned, I asked her about it. She told me she did not want to talk about it. Every time I tried to ask her why she went out, she jumped to me saying she wanted a divorce. Let me go. That is all she says. I'm tired. At that point in time, guys, I'm going to break up and tell you this. When she's saying, I want a divorce, let me go, you have to take note of one thing. She is not filing a divorce against you. She is saying, divorce me. Now, you, on the other hand, are going to get angry and say, you know what? Okay, it's over. I divorce you. Guess what happens? She will call people in village and say, Unduka just divorced me. Look at the papers he filed against to divorce. I don't know what I did to him. But she won't tell them she told you to divorce her. Talking about what I've experienced is making me feel so ashamed. The truth is, I married her because my family said marrying someone who understands your culture and where you are from is better than marrying a complete stranger. I can't even send money to my family without her calling them beggars. Yet, she sends money to her family without telling me. Deletes the conversation, deletes the transaction. I'm living with a deceiver. The last part. This is exhausting. My last relationship was cool. That one wanted me to buy her hair, take care of her mother, and give her money regularly. I tried it for a while, and the day I couldn't afford to give her money, she said she couldn't come to my house. The one time I was flat broke for 3 months, she stopped picking my calls. I could call her to tell her how exciting things were going to work out, but she would end my call and text me, sorry, I'm busy, you were talking too much. I asked myself, am I not designed for a relationship? Oh my goodness, that's been a very long one, the longest I've ever read on my channel. But guys, let's not lose track of what we're talking about. MNMJ, Make Nigeria Man Great Again. You have to understand this. These whole dynamics of marriage and relationship, some 2 things I picked from this guy's case that I want to point out. First of all, your family members. Listen, I understand the importance of family members in marriage and relationship, and I talk about this a lot on my channel. But another thing you must understand is this. If the basis of why your family are telling you to get married is because they want to marry a Nigerian woman or a specific type of woman because they believe that type of woman has something special, then you're going to make a big mistake. You are the one living with the lady. So if in the long run, you get into issues with her, you're still going to be the one to bear the brunt. Nobody's going to come and help you. Then secondly, this issue of jackpot with your wife. It works. Take it from me, guys. I've seen men who went overseas with their wives and everything is going smoothly, although I'm not in their bedroom to say for sure. But I will also tell you that the statistics have showed over time on a 70 to 30% basis that marriages who move together from Nigeria overseas are more likely to crash, always end up crashing. So you look at the statistics, you look at what's going on around you, and then you ask yourself, is there still any point in jackpotting with your wife? 1. 2. Is there still any point in getting married to a Nigerian woman? Let's get something straight here. Do not think because you're going to go and marry a Moldovan woman, marry an American, Canadian, or whatever, everything is going to be good. Far from that, guys. Every marriage has its own quirks. The question now is, are you ready to deal with the quirks that come from marriage? Most people don't want to be honest with themselves, and that's where the problem comes in. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. It is what it is. I'm out.